Now, if you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know that one of the things we focus on is following the teachings of Jesus. And right before Jesus left the earth, he gave his followers a specific task to do. And that job was to go into all the world and preach the gospel. If you want to be his follower, that means it's your job too. Well, a lot of people have questions about what it means to witness for Christ. Some people think, what does the phrase actually entail? And others people are questioning, how do you witness for Christ effectively? While there are a lot of different ways that you can go about witnessing for Christ, the main thing is just to go out there and do something. It may not always come across as smoothly as you would hope. You know, you may not come across as graceful and as debonair as you might like. Maybe your interactions won't be quite as nice as you would imagine them. But I can tell you one thing, unless you actually get out there and go and be a witness, you won't be able to reach anyone with the message of Christ. So my very first tip for you is just to go out there, go wherever the people are, go meet them where they're at, and share with them from your heart about what Christ has done for you and the change that he has made in your life. Now, to accomplish this task of preaching the gospel, a lot of my friends and I, we found that it's quite effective to actually give someone something like a booklet or a tract. That way they can reference the material you've showed to them once you're gone. You know, in a lot of interpersonal reactions, it's the emotional element of the communication that shines through. But when you give them something to read, it means that even after you leave, even after the emotion of the exchange has faded away, they can more rationally consider the message that you want to share with them. So while I do think that emotions can be a very fundamental aspect of anyone's conversion to Christ, I also feel that ration and reason does need to come into the picture, at least at some point. It's part of the counting the cost process that every person needs to do before they decide to follow Christ. So when you give someone something to read, it gives them a chance to engage that aspect of their decision making, that aspect of their thinking, to the decision of following Christ as well. So a third tip is to actually ask the people that you witness to if they can spare even a few cents donation towards your costs as you go. Now, this does a few different things. One, it means that you have the funds necessary to print more tracts so you can reach even more people for Christ. Two, Jesus actually taught that we should freely give and freely receive, and the Apostle Paul says that if we give something spiritual to someone, then it's reasonable for us to receive something material from them. So in that way, those who preach the gospel can actually live off the gospel. So just make sure that your motivation, your reason for asking and for giving is simply to spread the word as a profit and not financial profits, and then you can in good conscience receive whatever it is that people want to share with you in exchange. So guys, those are 3 quick tips for how to witness more effectively for Christ. So pray for strength to be a bold witness, pray for the inspiration to get out there, and if you have any questions or even just want some encouragement, feel free to drop me a line. I would love to share with you some of the tips that I've developed over many years of witnessing for Christ in different countries. Now, that really had nothing to do with anything, but I just want to ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel, please like it, please share with others, and remember to keep seeking the kingdom.